Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Desperate Measures. Emerging from the woods are some creatures. I'm going to upload an image of this creature so you can see what we're dealing with here. Because you should know what you're staring down.
Mm-hmm.
Oop, I want this to be visible to everybody. Okay.
Oh.
Do you guys see this?
Yo.
So,
It didn't work out well.
Yeah. I'd say what I'm yelling is accurate.
Yeah.
What is the
This is what
does he have
you're-
that weapon?
Yeah, it's a long sword made out of obsidian.
How far away?
Oh, you guys were near the edge of the trees, so I would say less than 100 yards, probably 50 yards from you.
When they get within 40 yards, I'm going to toss a sunstrike at him.
I think we're just going to roll initiative at this point. And I'm going to bring us to a quick and dirty combat map. We're going to say the edge of the woods are... Yeah. Ooh, this isn't a 50-yard map, is it? No. All right, we're going to come to a different, crappier, improvised combat map. You're all going to come to here, and we are going to change the order of these things to yards.
Would me have readying my sunstrike do anything?
Not really, because they were coming at you already. So I think we were, like,
That's fine.
they had begun to move towards you, and so we get to roll initiative as whenever it gets spotted. You can ready something if you've got, like, more opportunity than they do to prep. So let's bring in Ebnur, Jebediah, Joka, Vaughn, Jebediah again, and two of our little buddies here. This map should be in a yard scale now. So each hex or each square is 5 yards. Go ahead and place yourselves as you will. If you want to be actually adjacent to each other without any space between you, that's fine. But do adjust your relative positioning. And they wanted to be
Probably
50
something like
yards.
this.
Oh, quite perfect.
Yeah, I think this is fine.
All right.
And is it just a typical compass rose north is up?
Yes, north is up.
Oh, I see. They're spread out a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, there is a road dividing this. Something like this is what the road is like. And they are coming from either side of the road. So let's roll initiative.
I'm ready.
This way we should roll like that. Much better. Joka gets a 17. Did the rest of you guys roll initiative already? On 15, Jebediah 10.
Yeah.
Ebnur 6.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
You're the first one to go, Ebnur. What do you do?
Gonna get within 40.
40 feet of them? Or 40
Yeah.
yards or 40 feet?
40 yards. Are we in feet?
No, this is a yard scale right now. I just wanted to make
Okay,
sure
good,
we're all on the
good,
same
good.
scale.
I'm gonna
Alright.
get within 40 yards, and I'm gonna cast a Sun Scorch. Now, Sun Scorch does 1d6 damage plus 1 point per caster level. Undead creatures and monsters vulnerable to light sustain 1d6 of damage plus 2 points per caster level. Are
These
they vulnerable?
creatures are not vulnerable to light, nor are they undead.
All right, I'll roll 1d6 plus 2 then.
Yep.
Level 2. And they're blinded for 1d4
Okay.
round.
He gets a saving throw to avoid the effects.
Wait, does he?
Yes.
Oh. Yep, save, negate. I don't know.
To avoid... A victim is entitled to saving throw versus spell to avoid the ray. A success indicates it missed altogether. So if it passes at save, 0 damage.
Please, damage.
Natural 1 on the save.
Nice.
And you know what?
Ooh.
We never, ever get to play with our critical hit tables for our spells. So just once, because we never get to do it, I want to try it. I want to see what
What do we
critical
have?
hits on spells are like.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a crit table for
I
spells.
didn't either.
There
For that.
is.
Wow.
Obscure and rare.
Is that because he got a 1, or is it because I rolled max damage?
That's
as
because he
well?
rolled a 1 on his saving throw. Okay, so this is going to be... Did it give a damage tag on it?
It is no, it does not.
No. Okay,
it's
so-
brilliant, scorching light.
Wounding. We're gonna call this wounding damage. I will need you to roll me. Let's see. Number of targets is affected. 1 creature is affected. The severity. What is the max damage of your spell? 8.
6. Well,
Yeah.
6 plus 2 for caster
2
level,
for
so
8.
8. And I got max damage.
Sure. So I need you to roll me 1d10 for the location that you struck the creature. A 9 is going to be its left arm. And give me a d6 for the severity. Ooh, that is not good. That's probably not going to be anything specific or fancy. All right, no additional unusual effects. But you will do the 8 damage. Yeah, well, that's why we don't really bring out the critical hit tables, because there's a pretty good chance that they won't actually do anything. So it's usually too much of a pain in the ass to bother keeping track of.
He is blinded for 1d4 rounds, so 1.
Excellent. 1 round. Why do my monsters... Do you not see HP bars on these critters?
I
not.
don't anymore.
We-
I don't
did,
see them.
but
There
no, we
was
don't.
for a moment, though, right?
I did
there,
it first.
there was.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely. Yeah.
I guess that means they're dead.
Oh, I know what's going on here. Okay.
That's what I like to see here, Ebnur. They just died immediately from the sun scorch. Just so scary.
What was the head? Is that like a 1 or is it a...
That's a 10.
Oh, fuck, I was so close.
Okay, you should see HP bars again.
Yep.
Excellent.
And
Okay.
he's blinded for 1 round.
Yes. And these guys have that AC. Perfect. Blinded for 1 round. I will give it a blind tag. And that monster is blinded. Jebediah, you're the next one. There's 2 of these fuckers.
Can I use the rest of my movement?
Sure. You've already moved 40 yards. No, you moved 20 yards. And you have 90 feet of movement, so you have 30 yards to go total. So you can go another
Just
10
gonna
yards.
go back to here. Oh, another.
That is, yeah, you can only go 10, so you can go like that.
I'll go here.
There you go. Perfect.
Whatever.
Okay.
Boys, I think we should run. I'm not feeling good about this.
Take your action, Jebediah.
And then I'll take a shot. Here.
You aim the bow at the creature.
And I forget that I'm at medium range. And I don't hit.
Now, the creature is blind. Did you include a +4 to hit because it can't see you?
No, I did not.
Well, that 10 is a 14, which does strike the creature before you.
Oh,
The
that's
arrow
good.
hits it
Maybe
in
we
the
don't run.
chest.
maybe we don't. 5 damage.
Ooh, 5 points of damage. The HP's coming down. All right, its turn. It will come to a complete stop, bring its shield in front of its body, and start walking backwards into the woods for its round, kind of disappearing behind the tree line. While the other one, which goes at the exact same time, will have none of that, and it is going to charge you. Is this Vaughn?
Me.
Oh, Vaughn. It's coming right at you, buddy. Of
course.
It's got its shield in one arm, its big-ass obsidian sword in the other arm, and it lets out, like, an infernal scream as it approaches you. What does it say? Oh, it doesn't say anything. It was supposed to say something.
Don't say shit.
Yes, and it will bring its sword against you with a natural 19, modified 22 to hit you. No, I'm sorry. Modified 26. I have +7 to hit? Hold on, I think I've got
Neal,
my
they have
demons mixed
+7 to
up.
hit? What the fuck?
I've got
Yeah, I agree.
a
That
lot
can't
of
be
monsters. I think this is the right number, but I'm going to just check from the right source instead of the questionable source.
I have 15 AC, so.
So it's going to hit you no
whatever
matter
happens.
what. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's gonna
Here we go.
double crit.
Whether or not it crits.
it's all up to the crits. Oh.
It will crit. It's just a matter of does it single crit or does it double crit?
It is
Right.
+7, so it is a 26. You said you
Oh,
had
so it
15
double
AC, so it will
15
double
AC.
crit you.
Nice.
That is the most damage it can possibly do. Unless it rolls high or lower on the damage dice. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. All right. You're going to take 8 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3. So 8 plus 5.
13.
13. Okay.
He's fine.
He's fine.
All right, you take the wound to your body, and it's a heavy blow. It sinks into you, cutting you to the very bone. And it's your turn, Vaughn. Oh no, it gets a second attack. It gets a second attack at the end of the round. I'm sorry, Vaughn. It's your turn.
All right.
Yeah.
So it had plus what to hit?
+7 to hit.
7. It's a lot.
Okay. Let me see real quick.
It's fine.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be all right. Okay, well, I'm at 3.
Yeah,
So, I'm at 4. Sorry.
2. Wait.
Yeah, I had
4, yeah.
I had 17 HP and
Yep.
13
have
damage.
4.
and 4. Okay.
Thought you took 15 for some reason.
Oh. Well, it's a matter of if I get hit again. Okay, so fuck it. God.
What are you gonna do, Vaughn?
I'm just gonna fucking swing at it. Holy shit! I'm really wounded. I've got like a gaping wound in my stomach or something like that, and I do the only thing that a miner knows how to do, and that's I just gotta fucking swing away. And because if I run away, I'm gonna have an attack of opportunity.
Let's hope there's a glass of water
And-
nearby.
You can disengage, which lets you move away without getting an attack of opportunity, but that is your action for the turn.
Oh.
It's basically like a fighting
Is that how
withdrawal.
it works?
So
Oh, okay.
If you
Yeah,
want to
so,
run
like-
away, you can withdraw.
Kill you.
Nice. Who's next to me? Joka?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do, buddy?
No,
Your time
fuck
is
it.
up.
No,
Make
I'm
a
gonna
decision.
Attack. Nah, attack.
16 hits.
Attack.
The sledgehammer comes up and down, smashes through the demon's shield as it smashes into his face. Roll me damage.
There's your damage.
Woo! Le damage is large.
Le damage.
The damage. Joka.
Watching the big sword go into his buddy. This is unacceptable course of action. So we come down here and
Get behind.
Oh yeah, I guess we could do that. We could come over. We could circle around him and get back to here, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, let's get our back attack in here. So I'm gonna roll it unmodified, and then I'll add, what is it, 2?
Yep.
14?
14.
14 is a hit.
For 6 more damage.
Woo.
Nice.
All right. Monsters are wounded.
Monsters are
Can't
wounded.
get everything on the screen at the same time, though.
Ebnur's turn.
I believe last shots.
Yeah,
Jebediah,
last
second shot.
There's no way I can shoot the demon that's closest, correct?
Yeah, if you
Like-
take a step over here, you got an angle on him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Wasn't
think
sure if you'd let me do that.
it's
but-
just a
alright.
quick toe touch. It's not too far.
Excellent. And then I'll say I'm just effectively not flanking him because that's
Right.
as far as I could get.
Yeah.
Here we go. No.
7. Arrow falls short, lands in the grass at the creature's feet. The
Are
demon.
these specialist attacks, by the way? I'm sorry.
No, I do not get specialization.
No, just
Okay.
bows get 2 attacks per round. Period.
Oh, I understand. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
All right. The monster before you, the big, creature made out of, looking like it's made out of obsidian with its own bones sticking out of it, giving it like armored plating, shield and sword, will strike or swing at Vaughn one more time. With a 9 plus 7 is 16.
Okay.
It'll hit you,
15
Vaughn.
AC. Yeah.
You're gonna take minimum damage. 1 and 3 is 4.
All right, so I'm at -1 now, so
Actually,
I'm
hold on.
unconscious, right?
Does it have a strength
No.
bonus?
Well, you're
Oh
at
no, I'm
0.
at 0 because I have
No,
4.
no, it's just D8
Sorry,
plus 3.
I
All right.
keep
You
thinking I'm at
drop.
3 for some reason. Sorry. Gotcha.
Now we roll initiative for next round. And if you're gonna cast a spell, you gotta announce it before you roll initiative because it changes many things.
Oh, it's Cure Light Wounds. I did 5 for Cure Light Wounds.
Perfect. I just want to make sure I know that you're casting a spell because if you get hit, your spell gets interrupted.
How does that work with Cure Light Wounds? Because I'm going to go up to him and touch him.
Yeah, then you touch him and he'll be healed, and that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, fast initiative for you, Ebnur.
Nice.
No, 14. No, that's terrible initiative. I see.
I was like, what?
Oh.
I see. All right. First up is the demon that was blind last round. Its sight comes back to it. It blinks. It comes forward, and you are 50 yards from it. 45 yards. Ooh. It's coming after the dwarf.
Oh shit.
Dwarf respects it.
You know what? That's not true. You're closer,
go.
Joka. So it will come towards you. It'll do a full-fledged charge, running at you, sword in hand, swinging it at you. 6 plus 2 for charge is 8, plus 7 is 15.
Yep, that'll hit.
Excellent. It'll hit you for 3 and 3 is 6 damage.
Okay.
All right, Jebediah.
All right, I'll shoot this guy right here. Again.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
That's good.
that clears by 10. You double crit the creature.
Oh, nice.
Perfect.
3 times damage dice.
I'll take it.
Woo-wee! The monster is all but dead. Ebnur.
Ebnur runs up and casts a Cure Light Wounds on his buddy. And that pops him up immediately, right?
Since he is not in... Let's talk about healing and
Sure.
being unconscious. In second edition,
Initiative.
if you are at 0 HP, you're stable and fine, and if you're healed, everything is normal and ordinary. If you drop to negatives, then any sort of magical healing will keep you alive, but you are going to be wrecked for the day. Imagine it as the world's worst hangover.
Okay.
So you
Since
just
he's
can't
at
do
0,
shit. He's at 0 exactly. So if you heal him, he can roll initiative for the next round of battle.
and it'll pop back
For the
up.
next round, but not this one.
Correct.
Okay. Gotcha.
Give me a D8 for his healing.
Well, then, yeah, I'm going to heal him.
2. There you go. Might only have 2 hit points, but you have full combat potential.
Good stuff.
Joka, there are 2 demons facing you. The one that had knocked down Vaughn has turned to face you after he got shot by Joka.
Jeb.
Jeb, the other J guy.
I guess I see the arrow crit home, and I see that he's on his last legs, and we just need to finish this guy off, I think. So
Right.
we
And
go after him.
Do it.
15.
hits. The axe hits the demon in the side, and the demon just keels over, dropping to the ground. His obsidian sword rolls across the grass for a moment, lies flat on his back, his broken wings with no flesh between them, just sort of flapping in the breeze for a moment before stopping.
And it doesn't vanish or anything?
Nope, stays exactly where he is.
I asked him a question.
Second
He
attack.
did not have a response.
This warrior will attack Joka. The second attack, 7 and 7 is 14.
Yes.
Oh.
Wait, you have leather armor. Oh, you don't have a shield. Sorry.
Yep.
For 10 damage. It's a heavy hit. It's a
Ouch.
knock your axe out of the way, slash you across the chest, and riposte across your face, leaving you bleeding from multiple wounds. Jeb, second
Well.
shot.
Perfect. Shoot at the one that's clearly still standing. That's the wrong one. And there we go.
16 will hit it.
Perfect.
Maximum damage. Ebnur, you already took your action. Joka, you get a second attack this round, right?
Sure do. And I'm gonna ask him a question too.
Oh, one shy. The demon brings his shield up and
Are you
deflects the
including
blow.
the penalty from charging?
Oh,
I am not.
oh. He has a -1 to his AC because he charged. You hit him, and you do the exact amount of
Nice.
HP needed to kill him. He drops to 0 and falls unconscious on the ground.
I run up to Joker and heal him for 1d8.
Oof.
Not bad.
Not bad. Thank you, Ebnur. Well, boys, I think we figured out what that divination was about.
Yep.
I think we
Folks is
did.
never wrong. Let's drag one of these back. How big are they? Can we drag them back, or do we have to cut them up?
Let's see. They weigh 260 pounds.
Let's cut them up, unless Vaughn can.
Whoa, what are we cutting them
200?
up for? Oh, right.
Wow.
Maybe
Visit.
some visit. Right, maybe miss
Definitely
visit.
These are gonna fetch a mighty price.
Well, do you think we can get their stuff and start dragging them away at least a little ways, and then we can figure out how much farther we can take them? Let's
Yeah.
just get away from here for a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
I'll grab the
yeah.
obsidian blade.
Neal, do their shields look any better than just a standard shield that we have?
They look like they're made of a different material, but when you pick it up and heft it around, it doesn't seem better. It seems heavier and more awkward for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
interesting, but I think beyond. Well, maybe we could sell these for the. Maybe not necessarily the value.
Would
of it,
Vaughn
but-
know anything about? Would Vaughn know anything about obsidian as far as mining and things like that? Like how good
You would
is-
run into obsidian. You know
valuable
it
is
to
it?
be a very interesting rock. It's got a glassy form to it. It almost feels like black glass when you hold it. And it can
Yeah.
hold an edge unlike anything else. Obsidian is sharper than the most highly polished steel. But it also blunts pretty easily. So
Right.
obsidian isn't very widely used by anyone because it's too easy to damage.
Okay.
I'll pick up the sword and hand it to Vaughn. Hold on to this, and I guess we'll start dragging them away quickly because
I got it.
I don't want more demons to come.
Between the four of us, we can drag them one at a time.
Sure.
We're a pretty good ways away, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
easily.
Okay.
All right, how far back do you drag them?
Mile?
Mile? Okay. So you're going to spend basically the remainder of the day. I guess maybe not the remainder of the day, but you spend a while dragging the demons a mile away from this, and you've got a resting point now.
Well, I think if we can just get these back to Fizzum and let him start working on this, that'd be for the best course of action. We also need to warn those villagers. I know we brought them over here, but they need to know what's out here.
I don't think we should show them
don't
the
think we
demons.
Show them or tell them.
Well,
I think it's far enough away and the demons aren't, over there. I think that's a whole lot of not their worry.
Well, I was thinking we need to go through town and rest. I figured maybe we could leave the bodies in town and then come back with Fizzum instead of having to drag these the whole way. But I guess if we don't want to show the villagers, we don't have to. I mean, I know they're kind of your pet project.
I don't know if Fizzle would come here.
Yeah.
Well, for some demon parts, I bet Fizzum would do quite a lot.
Well, if that's the case, then we better get these back. I think with all of our blankets and whatnot, grab some sticks from the woods over there. We should be able to make 2 litters.
All right.
Be able to carry them easier.
I can get to work on getting us some branches.
We could even cover up in the blankets and
Fast.
just drag them into town. They ain't gonna see the demon inside of it. We can just say the dead bodies we found. Want to put them to rest.
Well, then they'd probably want to help us bury them.
Put them to rest back with Garrett, one of his friends.
That'll work.
I think he would
Then I'll-
probably do that.
Joke will get to work chopping some branches.
All right, you guys chop some branches, use your blankets to create a litter, or your bed rolls, which are great for improvised litters. Pull the 2 demons on top of them and drag them back to Misty Rapids.
Yeah, we cover the demons in the blankets and stuff. Like,
Right. It is a cold winter's day as you come back into Misty Rapids. The people see you and they thought you were going to be gone a little bit longer, so they come over to see what's up, and they see you dragging or carrying some large misshapen forms underneath some blankets. Before you get to see them, what do you do about the demon's wings, which are kind of like there's no material between them, but they are still quite large?
we can
I mean, we
cut
just
'em
like kind of crumple them up behind we probably lay them on their backs, and if the wings are getting in the way, I mean,
I think we could tie a rope around them to keep them all
Yeah.
together. We've got rope use. We've got rope. We
Yeah.
can bind the bodies tight so that
Okay.
way they don't flop out.
You bind the bodies together.
So that way the
Or the
arms and
wings
the
to the
legs and
bodies.
everything are all nice and compact. There's not like an arm going to flop out the side as we try to drag it through town or anything like that. If it seems to be an issue with them moving around underneath, just
Perfect.
line
That'll
them
do.
tight.
All right. You arrive in Misty Rapids, and
Did
the
we
first person.
Put the weapon and shield on top of the demon bodies, or did we just leave them?
I gave one weapon to Vaughn.
I assumed we'd put him in with the stuff.
I would assume the rest was the big stuff.
I would have taken everything.
Maybe that's
that
why
they
we
have.
can explain. They got weapons and ammo. We're on a mission from our friend back in town. That's basically what we can say.
We don't need to tell them anything.
Yeah,
We got them a fucking elephant, dude. They're fine.
it's true.
Need to know basis. Yeah.
They do ask what's going on as you come in. The first one comes up to Ebnur because they know Ebnur speaks Eridonian and asks, "You're back? Who's under there? What's happened?"
Some things that Mr. Gare was looking for, so we're dragging him back. We're gonna spend the night here in our little point over to like a hut or something. That's
Mr.
unoccupied.
Garrett.
Big mean man who told you to get out.
Oh, that guy. What's his problem?
A lot of things. Don't get me started on him.
That seems to be an acceptable answer to everyone.
How's the food? How's the food situation and everything? Are you catching more fish and you hunting? Did you catch anything hunting yet?
It's only been a day.
Well, did you?
Eh.
All right, keep trying. We're gonna go to. It's been a long day for us.
Mm-hmm. All right, you guys can continue to. I guess you rested Misty Rapids, and you're gonna drag these people back to Tassel over the next few days. Right.
I need a survival checks on the way back for food if you're going to make me do that.
Can I
Neal?
also take four cure light wounds and start getting my party members up?
Sure.
Yeah. And if we're going to be moving at that slower rate with him, I'll also try some hunting.
Okay.
Yeah.
This
Probably.
is for Joka. What are you at?
I am at 13 out of 18.
This is for Joka.
Nice.
I'm full.
This is for Tom.
Vaughn. Yeah.
8.
All right. I am at
You're at
6.
10?
Sorry, I'm at 6.
You should be at 10 now because I gave you 8. I did 2 for you.
Oh, I'm sorry. You got 2. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry. The
no
last 2
problem.
are 2. Okay, yeah, I'm at 10. Sorry.
So that's one day. Tell me when I can do another day.
How many survival checks do I get a day? Do we decide?
There was an easy way. We had a simplified method for like full day travel, didn't we?
Yeah. It's
do
like
you remember how it
quarter or
works?
half speed or something.
Yeah, the whole party moves at half speed, but I think you can get
But I get
checks.
but
Right,
I get
I
4
think-
checks.
I
or
think there was
2
a way
checks.
to simplify it to just do like one check that covers a whole bunch of stuff.
That is one check if we get food for that day or whatever.
Survival. Forager, a character with skill. Overland travel. Character. Uses. Oh, I thought there was a faster way that we're doing this.
Right. I mean, I can just roll checks and then I passed for the first day. I don't know if you want me to do another one.
Oh
for
no, this is okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and make me 4 checks. That is the simplified version. I forgot.
Okay, so I get enough food for everybody. Let's see how many.
Oh yeah,
You might even get 2 days for everyone.
yeah,
Pick
42.
the roll.
Great. 6.
6.
Excellent. And give me
And
a quick
then-
hunting check.
Yeah.
And we're gonna just do a quick and dirty streamline of this. All right, 23. You can find yourself a pair of rabbits that are getting it on because spring is coming and it's getting near time
so
for
are they.
babies. Yeah. Go ahead and just make me a roll to hit to see if you can kill a rabbit.
Sure.
And I believe a rabbit is good enough for 2 people for food.
Sure.
And that will kill a rabbit. Rabbits have 1 HP.
Do we get both rabbits?
Give me a second shot. See if the arrow pierces both of them. No. You get 1 ribbit. You can go ahead and make me 3 more hunting checks if you want to also do a bunch of food gathering.
Yeah, so we have 2 days worth.
8
I
days
won't
worth
know
of food
that.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
2
I see what
days
you mean.
for all of us, yeah.
Right.
No. No. Yes.
There we go. And that time, you will find yourself
Hopefully more rabbit.
What do you call it? A fox? A foxy fox. Yeah.
Excellent.
Give me a shot. Ooh.
Shit.
Goes wide. Fox begins to run. Give me a shot at long range if you want to.
I'll just
I don't know if you
roll it
wanna waste
straight
the
and then
arrow.
we can subtract 5.
Yeah.
No.
No. All right. Fox is gone. But that is still 2 days of food for the party, and it's gonna be
Yep.
what is it? It's gonna be a day to Jacuzzi, and then 2 days back home, and you've got food for 3 days. So someone can, Joka, if you can get me 4 more rations out of your survival. 1, 2, 3, 4.
3d2.
3.
Someone's gonna go a little hungry. No, probably not, because
if
the
Free's
hunter will
doing
catch
that,
up with you.
yeah.
Do I need to redo my spells
Perfect.
yet?
You'll get to rememorize them every day. You'll have 3
Oh,
days
my
of spell
fucking
casting.
Okay, cool.
God damn it, Jeb. Well, at least sometimes you can feed an entire town for a week,
Yeah,
and then
sometimes
other
you-
times you can't feed anyone at all.
Yeah, that's
But
how
Tell if
that
it only
goes.
lasted- oh, well, I guess 30 people. Never mind.
All right. The party will arrive in Tassel.
I
One day
would
to
have
Mr.
healed
Rapid.
him up. You're at full HP now. Vaughn.
Okay, nice.
Excellent.
Is Tassel. There we go. All right, you arrive in Tassel on May the 4th, 1512. March. Good call. What would you like to do?
Go
where's
straight to Fizzib.
Fizzib? Yeah.
Ooh, Fizzib is here. Natural 20 on the appearance roll. Fizzib is not only here, but he is making dinner. He's got a big pot of stew, and he's got a loaf of bread with him.
Perfect.
Oh boy, Fizzib, do we got some stuff for you today?
What you got?
I'll unwind the sleeping bags.
Just a sec. I'll look around, make sure nobody.
Yeah.
I think we might want to go inside for this one.
Yes, I would say so.
We'll drag him inside if he lets us.
Yeah. I'll bring you inside.
Cautiously got the door to see if anyone's watching us walk in. Is there anybody particularly paying attention?
Yeah, people are around. They will see you walk in. You are a point of interest because you're carrying these litters with bodies. And even though no one can see what they are, you're still dragging what looks to be death into the area.
Yeah.
So people are curious.
Okay. Well,
Joke,
we-
just make sure no one tries to get in.
Yeah,
Or-
I'll watch.
yeah,
the-
I'll go with Joke and stand by the door. Keep people out. They try and poke in.
I'm not going to stand on the outside of the door. I'm going to stand on the inside, but next to the door. So if someone comes in, they get my full body in front of them, and I can close the door on their face if I need to.
All right.
Or
I
keep
will
the door shut
unwind
in
the
their
bodies
face.
and show him.
Ooh. What is this? What
Gotcha.
have you brought me?
Brought you 2 demons from another plane.
Really?
Yep.
He leans over them and begins to inspect them, poking at them with a knife. And then seems to sort of forget that you're there and just start playing with them and inspecting them and carefully rolling them over. He pulls out a small bit of cloth that has little stitch marks sewn into it every inch or so, and he starts measuring aspects of the creature's body.
Master Fizzib,
Oh yes, what?
is this useful to you? Does this fetch a fair price?
Will definitely fetch me a fair price.
What's useful about it?
I have no idea, but I've never seen anything like this before. I would be more than happy to pay you for simple discovery of this thing.
What are you offering?
I can offer you 1,000 copper.
1,000 copper now. If you find anything more useful, we'll take it on you as at your word that you'll pay us a fair price. If you know.
Deal.
Awesome.
I walk up to Fizzib and I hand him the the sword that it was carrying, and I just kind of go, "Heck, this is what it was using against us. I don't know if it's of any use to you, but this is its weapon."
Yeah, we have its weapon, its shield.
Takes a look at it and gets a little curious. Obsidian's not a particularly good material for a sword. How unusual.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. Given what I know about this sort of thing, it's rather strange that these things were using it, but
Yes.
We also have a bit of ivory for you.
Well, I don't know if Mr. Fism needs ivory, do you, sir? Or is that something we could maybe sell off to a more high bidder?
I have no use of ivory in my spell needs,
Awesome.
but I'm
I'll
sure. And he gives a look over to Garrett, without
Garrett.
saying his name, would enjoy that.
Trouble in paradise. Okay, I'll collect the 1,000 copper, hand it over to Jeb to hold on to,
Yep.
and I guess we'll go. Maybe we shouldn't desert Fizzip. He seems enthralled by this.
I think one of us could stay with him. I've never been much for talking. I'll sit around with him as he goes through his work.
All right. I guess I'll go to Garrett and see if we can fetch a nice
Yeah,
price.
we'll both go with them.
For the
yeah,
ivory.
I'll go with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll take the swords and stuff too.
Mhm.
Don't think.
Mr. Garrett,
Sure. Yeah.
Hello.
you said in the past that you have expressed an interest in ivory.
Yes.
And I'll pull out 2 tusks.
He will take them over to some makeshift scales that he's got. They're not very makeshift. They're pretty solid, but they're kind of rusty. And he will weigh them. And as he
6
weighs
pounds.
them, he tells you, ivory has a set value. 400 gold per pound is usually what it goes for. Larger tusks may get a little more. Very awkward or broken ones, maybe a little less. These seem to be about 6 pounds, so 400 times 6. Math was never my strong suit.
2,400.
2,400 copper then would be the
You said
market
2,400
value.
gold.
No, 4 gold apiece.
Oh,
400
sorry.
copies apiece.
400 gold.
No. My mistake. That's what I can get them for when I sell them on the mainland. I'll give you 80 cents on the dollar. 80 copper on the gold.
So 80 times 6. So
There's a Pawn Stars reference in here somewhere.
So that would be 1920 by 1080.
Hey, there
Just
you
the
go.
1920 part, not the 1080 part.
So you want to just call it 2,000 copper?
Sure. All right. So that's another 3 grand that you guys have just picked up.
Rolling in the money.
Nice.
What about these, Mr. Garrett? Are you interested in these curious weapons or shields? Maybe they could fetch a fair price to a noble who wants a curiosity in his store book. Give you a story if you want.
Takes a look at the obsidian weapon, picks it up, swings it around a little bit, sets it down, picks up the shield, tries to play with it. He sets it down again. These are awkward, cumbersome weapons.
That's why I said maybe a curiosity for a noble.
You can tell them you picked them up off of a demon. That's certainly where we got them from.
Teacher from another plane of existence.
For these 4 weapons and 2 weapons, 2 shields, we killed 2 demons for them.
Where did you find these demons?
Thornwood?
Thornwood.
Just before we got to Thornwood.
They say this place was desolated by demons, but that they all vanished.
Obviously
I mean-
not.
Obviously not. We certainly got attacked by them.
Ambushed on the road before we can even get there.
I've been looting the steps of Eridon for a year now, and I haven't come across any of these demons. I've been through Thornwood, and I haven't seen them there before.
You don't believe us?
I don't disbelieve you. I'm just
I can show
curious
you
as
the
to
body.
why Show me.
How are you and Mr. Fizzub right now? Seem like you guys are going through a tough time.
He shrugs. I have no particular interest one way or the other in that sorcerer.
All right, I'll open the door, I guess, because Will's still there. Or Joka's still there, and I'll show Mr. Garrett.
As the door opens, I jump in front of it real quick and realize it's them coming in and let them in.
Okay. Fizzub
I've dragged a chair or a stool by the door at this point.
Yeah. Fizzub looks up, see you guys enters, pauses for a moment, shakes his head and goes back to his work. While Garrett stands over, looking at the demon quietly and thinking for a moment. After a few minutes passes, he speaks up. Well. Do keep me abreast of any more demons you see. I will take that sword and shield off you, though. 200 each, he says with a shrug.
I shrug.
So
Sounds
800
good to me.
total, because it's 2 swords, 2 shields.
I only want one of each.
400.
That's mighty fair.
He'll pay you 400 for them as well, or put 400 in his official bank for you.
Yeah. It's not like anyone else will.
Are we hurting for money right now? How much is it a month?
We are not hurting for copper. We have pretty much 600-700.
How much?
We have 2-5 silver and
You mean 6,000-7,000?
600-700.
6,700.
Yes.
Oh, okay. How much is it for a month for our bullshit?
100
Silver or gold.
Yeah.
Right. So
we have
copper
like
role
6
playing
months right now.
But we need the
We
silver or
have
gold. The
1
copper doesn't
month.
count.
Oh,
Yeah, we have a month and a half basically with
Okay.
us, unless we can find somewhere that is populated.
Yeah.
And enough of economy to trade gold for silver. We're gonna be hurting real quick.
all right. I think we need to go. North to Kneecap. I think it's about that time.
I think you're right.
Maybe.
We should buy some.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we should buy some rations though. It is tiresome having to always hunt and gather and then not have anything if we're not successful.
I agree. Let's go to North to Kneecap. If anything's wrong, I mean, we can get a boat.
Yeah.
Oh, well, never mind that.
Actually, when we go through Dalag Wood, I do not think it would be wise for any of us to go on our own. Remember those spiders we encountered that one time?
I agree.
We'll be together.
Let's just make sure to pick up those rations from him, Mr. Garrett, and I agree.
Yeah. We'll
The
grab.
farther from those demons, I'm happy with that.
How many rations? 20?
It's the weight that's the issue with rations.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 20, that'd be 5 days. About how many days is it approximately to Kneecap?
2.
2.
2? Yeah, I'd say
Forage
20
along the way
rations.
as well if we want.
Yeah, forage along the way. That'll
Alright.
give us some leftovers. And then, yeah.
If you want to forage, it'll be a little bit slower going. Oh, you were foraging on your way back. Shit, that would have... We kind of skipped over 2 days. It would take you longer to forage on your way back. We're just going to move the time 2 days forward and just pretend you guys found food.
Sure.
The
Okay.
6th of March.
Actually, when we get up to Kneecap, what we could do is we could load out for a little bit longer, go to Kneecap and Longcast.
Yeah, I think let's just get as many rations as we can.
Yeah.
And pretty much all Vaughn, Will, and I, we go all the way into light encumbrance if we have to, because we can't move any faster than 6 anyway because of
Yeah.
Ebnur.
Because of Ebnur, yeah.
If anyone,
Okay.
Which is also why you can't run from monsters.
Wait, is it 6 or is it 9?
He's
It's
9.
6.
I thought it
Oh,
was.
is he?
Okay.
There has been some confusion in the past. I double checked it, and it's 6 for dwarves.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Alright,
And you don't want to go anything above light because that's when it starts.
Hurting.
you're right.
In fact, you might even want to get a mount for the dwarf.
Eventually. Unless
Yeah,
they get it now.
Yeah.
I don't think Mr. Garrett sells animals, does he?
He does not, unfortunately.
If anyone is flirting with anything above like light encumbrance, and just I'll carry it for
Yeah.
them and just give them it at some
So
point. Yeah.
Okay.
let's see here. So you said it's like 2 days to kneecap, and then what? Another day
So
and a half to long cast.
Yeah, if kneecap is gonna be 40 miles or whatever, and you're gonna be going at dwarf speed, which is gonna be 12 miles a day. So I've been calculating you at human speed because I've been fucking up everything. But you should be going at 12 miles a day with the dwarf traveling with you. So that should take you.
So at that rate, we actually can.
But that is
Joka
foraging
actually
rate.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Joka can.
What if I
forage.
like use would dispel fatigue help at all?
How long
if I
does
use it on
dispel
my
fatigue last?
It lasts. It's just
Instantaneous.
instantaneous, and it makes you no longer as tired. So what if I use that on myself? Would I be able to go like human rate for like traveling long distances if I use?
So I would give you some sort of like con check to move at human speeds,
Okay.
and if you fail, you'd get exhausted, and you could dispel fatigue and then make another check.
Yeah.
And so you'd get like basically 2 checks to keep up with everyone else.
Okay.
So keep up at 8 movement rate as opposed to.
If we need to move, we can do that. That's nice to know.
Yeah, that's a good way of doing it.
Yeah.
So you'll probably want one set of spells for traveling, and then one set of spells for days where you expect to encounter things.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's try the moving at human speed. I think that could be fun.
All right. Okay. I still think we should just carry as many rations as we can.
Yeah.
And go into light encumbrance.
Yeah.
So
That's fun.
you only have to move at 8 movement speed.
Cool. Just want me to click the con button.
So you're gonna want to do a force march. At the end of the day, you must make a con check, and creature. At the end of each day of the march, the character or creature must roll a Constitution check. Creatures must roll a saving throw versus death at the end of each day's forced march. If they since they lack Constitution scores, blah 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 blah. A penalty of 1 is applied for each consecutive day spent force marching. If the check is passed, the forced march pace can be continued the next day. If it fails, no more forced march attempts can be made until the character have completely recovered from the ordeal. Recovery requires half a day per day of forced marching. Even if the con check fails, the character can continue overland movement at his normal rate. One drawback of forced marching is that each day of forced marching results in a -1 penalty to all attack rolls. This modifier is cumulative. Half a day's rest is required to remove 1 day's worth of forced marching penalty. Characters who manage to force march for 8 straight days suffer a -8 penalty to their attack rolls, and it'll take 4 days of rest to bring them to no attack penalty. So what you're going to do is you're going to force march. And at the end of the day, we make a check for you, but you can force march the first day, no problem. And we will say your dispel fatigue instantly restores his normal, fully leveled rest of endurance and vigor. So you can just force march and then dispel the fatigue, and
I'm
be
always fine.
fucking Gucci.
Yeah.
All right. So if you keep a spell like that around, you can be in good condition. Perfect. Worked out really well. Good call on dispel fatigue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you take out 200 copper for me for my rations?
Yeah. How many rations are you buying?
I bought 10 for myself.
Can I have 10? Well, I can't carry my shit.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, I screwed up on my math. 1 second. I only
how
need-
much? Actually, how much are the rations, Neal?
60.
Dry rash or
Right?
60. 60.
Six-
So then we need to spend, if we want to get 20 rations, that'd be 1,200.
Seems fine.
Yeah.
Oh, dry. Okay. I'm sorry. I was doing standard. We can do dry though.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
so
the
that'll
only thing that
give
you
us
can get
5
around here,
days.
unfortunately.
And then with us moving at 12, Joka can do his full days of foraging because, or no, we're going to be moving at 8 movement, so might not be able to do that.
Okay.
That's what we're forced.
All right. So
but
the
we can
plan,
always spend more time to do that. All right.
So it should take 2 days to get to kneecap from here. So first day, we're gonna do encounter check. See if you find anything in the Dalog Wood as you go through it.
Just a sec before we go, who's taking the 2-0 rations?
Give it to Vaughn.
I took 10 of them
Sure.
already. I'm to get
Take
put
the
me
other
alive.
10.
Yeah. Can you take 10 rations, Vaughn?
Yeah. How much weight is it? It's 2 each, right? So it's 20
Correct.
pounds.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
There's
it's fine.
60 cost a piece.
Yeah, no problem. I got it. All right, so
I'm so jealous of your carrying capacity.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
insane.
its carrying capacity is nuts.
It is actually hacks.
Yeah, it's
okay.
so
So
good.
you want me to carry 10 for you, right? Yeah.
For everybody,
just
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
cool. Got it. No problem.
All right.
Yeah, we're good. I still got another 40 pounds, a little bit less, 37 pounds before I reach even light encumbrance. So yeah, we're fine.
That's good.
Jesus.
So if you need me to carry anything for you guys, just let me know.
So we go a day?
Go, Dave.
All right.
Yeah,
First
go.
day of travel.
Fun day.
You are walking through the Dalag Wood. Can I get perception checks from everybody in the party?
Yeah.
I passed.
Nice.
Ooh, I passed.
I never pass.
Did I click it?
So the people with good perception failed.
Yeah.
Right.
You see nothing this day. That's just the DM screwing with you and making you roll checks to get your hopes up. The next day of travel through the Dalag Wood.
You want another force
I get my
march?
survival checks.
I will need survival checks during this day of travel. See what food is gathered, and I will need a con check at the end of the day from the dwarf.
Oh, well.
I get another 6-day rations.
All right.
So,
So you
alright,
can
feed us
provide
today.
for yourselves. And the dwarf can force march again the next day. Next day of travel. You head through the woods. All right, can I get another series of perception checks? Makes way more sense.
He was like,
than I
everybody
thinking.
rolled really well. No encounter.
All right.
Gotta keep you on your toes, right? I don't want you thinking every time I call for a perception check is a monster encounter. People get reliant on that shit. And then I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's
roll
just
for
every time we
perception. And then they're
fail.
like, hold on, I ready my spells. And then they're like, I draw my
Sure.
bow. And I'm like, I'm just calling for a perception check. And people are drawing weapons. So we gotta.
You're right. Oh, we all failed perception checks. Okay. Now I draw my bow.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. As
Just
you
a naturally nervous character, sorry. Sorry.
As you go through the woods, Jeb,
Mhm.
you will hear a distant sound.
Kind of like a frog ribbiting.
Sounds like a frog ribbiting. Like a very large frog.
Sometimes
there-
deer make a similar noise. That kind of thing, deer call.
Suppose?
I feel like as a ranger, I'd be able to tell the difference, especially considering that I've succeeded
Mm-hmm.
the perception check.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't sound like a deer, does
No,
it?
it doesn't sound like a deer at all.
Right, okay, sorry.
And are bullywugs known to be in this area?
You don't know of bullywugs living outside of lakes or rivers, and you don't
Okay.
see any lakes or rivers nearby.
As I hear something weird, we should be careful. I remember the last time the spiders we ran into, so who knows what other sorts of ungodly creatures roam these woods.
Was it bright out today? Can I see the sun?
No, you can't see the sun, you can't see your shadow. Another 6 weeks of winter.
Thank you. Hold on, I'm swapping one spell.
Neal, you're a little late for that one, but you did do that with the right person.
When do you do that? Is that not in March?
It's in February.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's alright, we'll forgive you.
Oh, it's early February. Okay.
Actually, I was hoping it was in March. I knew it was in February, but I was hoping I was wrong. So see if I could just pass it off as
Well, you spoke with confidence enough that I believed you knew what you were talking about. And
that's
you were right.
that's all you got to do.
I mean, I guess I halt and I pull out my spear.
Yeah,
And-
you as you stop, the sound kind of picks up, and you sit there listening.
Then I guess we hurry away.
and you can hear a cacophony of frogs.
I think we should keep moving.
we start moving at a quick pace.
You're gonna run from the frogs? Yes.
Yeah, we don't know
Everywhere.
what's here. We're just a bunch of rednecks.
That's true. That's true.
A lot of frogs out here.
Yeah, there's
All
some
right.
frogs.
Frogs.
Keep going.
I've never seen a frog.
They're ugly. Cook them up right.
Never seen a
Good.
frog. All right. Well, you don't see any frogs today. Don't see any frogs today, and you can pass on through the woods. You completely bypass the 6-foot-long frogs, and make your way to. Oh, I have to switch over to the other prettier view.
Hear that, boys? We defeated 6 foot long.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Near the end of the day, you burst out from the trees around the Dalag Wood, and you can see smoke in the distance. The smoke of dozens of small house fires, like
Thank God.
chimney fires.
See,
And as
looks like
you
civilization.
approach it, there is a walled town arising before you, and exiting the town on 2 horses are 2 riders.
What are the banners?
There are no banners,
That's good.
but they are riding in your direction. From here to the city walls is not but flat plains, and the 2 riders are coming at you.
I'll wave at them.
I recommend we do not tell them we are from Tassel.
You guys don't say anything. I'll handle this. I'm a cleric.
I don't think I
course.
could have said anything anyway. I'll leave it up to you, Mr. Ebnur.
I'll wave them on.
All right.
Weapons
You-
aside, weapons down, everything.
Yep.
You keep your weapons down. You wave them on. You'll notice that as they approach, each of them has a spear attached to the saddle of their horse. But more importantly, they have a quiver strung over their back and a bow in hand, short bows in hand. They make their way towards you.
When they get near enough, I'll hail them and say, "Name's Ebnur, cleric of Tempos. Coming to seek trade and refuge from the Dalag Wood."
Yeah. You say that as they approach. One of them stops, maybe 100 yards out from you. The other one approaches, and that's the one that you speak this to. The rider surveys your group, looking across at you. And we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll do the
Excellent.
last segment of our show. See you guys on the other
Nice.
side with some more desperate measures.
Boy body, why nobody bragging about that? Not to be demeaning, but your true calling is carpet cleaning, just to get ready for that switch. The day's coming when you're banned on Twitch, and I'm gonna be screaming, ha ha, look at that bitch. That's what I got, boys. Is that fire? Did I get pogs or did I get ha-has?